What is up, guys? It's your boy No Risk, No Premium, back with another episode of the Market Overview, guys. Today we filled the contract roll gap, 51.57. That was actually the low of the day, so it was a great call. Nonetheless, a very weird day, because I mean, if you see how the candlesticks here, we did a whole lot of, when I say nothing, I mean very hard, choppy, melty action. Now, this action up here back to 5,200 is in the overnight session so far, but this was our very tough grinding day higher. And why was it like that? More than likely, it was like that because we have this print tomorrow. CPI is coming out tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 1 hour before the market opens. Okay. So we have to pay attention to that data coming out. That will definitely move the markets. Now, do we go up? Do we go down? I have no idea. Right. Just depends how the market reacts to that data. Now let's look at some levels here. We'll have to play that in the pre-market, but so far, this is wanting to move higher here, and we are still trending up very decently here. Okay, so I think for my game plan for tomorrow is we don't want any lower than today's low, right? Today's low, I want to see if that holds 51.57. That holds on the reaction to CPI. Great, right? We'll look for the trade right to rotate on back on up to 5,200 and the likes above. Now, breaking under 52.50, I do think that there's a short setup 30 points lower that would take us down here to about 51.29. I'm going to get rid of this level here, but taking out this daily low, I do believe 51.30. 5100, 5083 will be my levels to look at below. I do think there's a short setup there. NQ. Oh, NQ. That's not NQ. Third time's a charm. NQ. This chart is going to start looking very ugly here, but we did get our contract roll fill, right? Fill. And we said we're going to look in between this gap here, 18.121 and 18.163. And that's where we held. And so NQ was even uglier than ES today. I mean, you could just look at this action here, right? So for NQ, we don't want any lower than 18.120, 18.121, no lower than that area down there. You could come down to the true contract roll fill, be like 18,050. But ideally, bulls want to hold this level. If they do, watch the rotation back above 18,300 all the way up to 18,420 zone. Okay, that's what we'll be watching there on NQ. Like I said, the contract rolls made the contracts a little bit tougher to trade this week. So hopefully we get some resolution coming into for the remainder of the week because of the CPI print tomorrow. 509. That was our level. 509. We wanted 509 to hold on SPY, and we got it. Looks like we're melting up here above 512. So we got to get above 513. If we do, I think we go right back on up to about 518. From there, we're going to actually move this level here to this high, right? Because we can see this is where we had failed and continued lower here. So we got to get about 514, takes us to 518. That's if we hold 509. Have to hold 509, right, on the data. If we don't, there is a short setup under today's low. I do believe that takes us down all the way here to 505, right? 505. QQQ, looking at the Qs here. Same thing. We have this massive gap here on that's not the daily chart. On the daily chart here, you can see massive gap, right? Massive gap here. Everybody's staring at, you don't want under 433. 433's got to hold on the open. If it does, or for the data, if it does, I think we take the rotation right back to highs. If not, short setup, gap fill halfway through 430. Gap fill all the way down 426. QQQ, pretty straightforward with that massive gap. And then we've got IWM here. IWM, we wanted to hold 206. We didn't. So we're going to watch 203. 203 is going to be that area we watch now. If we hold, great. Watch 206, 209 to the upside. From there, underneath 206, there is a short setup. It is going to be high risk, but under 203, there's a short setup. High risk, though, if we break down above 203, we got 201.50 and then 200 from there for IWM. Guys, let's just remember really quickly, all of these trade plans can go to absolute shit tomorrow. We have no idea if we are going to rip higher, if we're going to drop, or if we're going to get a nothing burger. But it's good to mark some levels and get an idea of what to do at the respective levels should the market trade there. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. As usual, you got to wake up early, get your levels right, and of course, not do anything fucking stupid. We'll see you bright and early. Peace.